A senior finance manager receives a WhatsApp call from their CEO. The voice is flawless, demanding an immediate transfer for a failing vendor payment. 3 seconds later, the manager authorizes the transaction, and 25 lakh rupees vanishes. The company's network wasn't breached. No passwords were stolen. The manager was manipulated by an AI voice clone engineered to exploit psychological pressure. This threat scales globally. In Hong Kong, a finance worker at a multinational engineering firm attended a video conference with their chief financial officer. They transferred $25.6 million before realizing every participant on that call was a real-time deepfake. This is a firm that designs massive, enduring structures, like the Sydney Opera House. Yet their ultimate vulnerability was entirely intangible: human trust. The digital barrier has collapsed. Seeing a face on a screen and hearing a familiar voice are no longer reliable methods of verification in the corporate sector. The barrier to executing these heists has plummeted. Attackers consistently target high-profile executives, harvesting their public media appearances to build accurate voice models. 30 seconds of clear audio from a video or earnings call is all an algorithm needs to perfectly replicate a target's accent, cadence, and breathing patterns. Scammers weaponize this through cognitive overloading, using high-stakes demands to force action before critical thinking engages. A $10 million enterprise firewall is completely useless if a finance manager willingly logs in and executes a wire transfer on behalf of the attacker. Attackers no longer need to write malicious code to penetrate a network. They directly manipulate human emotions, making the employee the primary attack surface. When the funds vanish, the immediate corporate response is to file an insurance claim, with chief financial officers assuming their standard cyber policy covers the damages. That assumption is a costly mistake. Standard policies classify deepfake fraud as a voluntary transfer. Because the employee technically authorized the wire themselves, insurers categorize the loss as human error. Without an unauthorized network breach or a hacked password, the carrier will outright deny the claim. Unless a company holds specialized social engineering coverage explicitly designed for deceptive manipulation, they harbor a massive, unmitigated financial exposure to synthetic identity fraud. Corporate survival requires an operational shift. Organizations must stop relying solely on reactive software defenses and establish proactive human protocols. The most effective defense is the out-of-band callback rule. Every sensitive transaction must require secondary verification through a separate, trusted channel, regardless of who is issuing the order. Finance teams and executives must agree on a corporate safe word. When an urgent request arrives, the employee hangs up, calls the executive back on a known internal number, and demands the safe word. The rule is absolute. If the caller cannot provide the safe word, the money stays exactly where it is. This simple break in communication neutralizes the artificial urgency created by the deepfake. Generative algorithms built this vulnerability, but a zero-cost, strictly enforced human protocol provides the ultimate firewall.